Hi, I'm English teacher Kebab, and today I want to talk to you about how to conjugate the verb do in English. It is an action verb. All action verbs are things that we do. All verbs have three tenses: present, that's right now, past, and future, things that haven't happened yet. This lesson will only be about the present tense. The verb do has two pronunciations. One is do, the other is does. Although we do not always have to always say do or does before an action verb, I think it's important for beginners to do it anyway. Let's look at when to use do and does. If the subject of the sentence is I or we, that's me and somebody else, you, they, we use do. I do, we do, you do, they do. If the subject in the sentence is he, a man, or she, a woman or a girl, or it, a thing, we use does. He does, she does, it does. Remember, the examples above are all pronouns. If we use pronouns that, if we use nouns that the pronouns are replacing, we use do or does in the same way. In other words, he, if I use a man's name, Jose, uh, Jose does. If it's a woman, Maria, she does. Up here, we, uh, Jose and I do. You and I do. So it's the same whether they're nouns or pronouns. Uh, if we use do or does in questions, they go before the subject. For example, in the statement, does she does like to study. To make it a question, we would say, does she like to study? If the sentence is a negative statement, we use the word not after do or does. For example, she does not like to study, or I do not like to study. Where it gets confusing for English learners is when the subject is he, she, or it, the action verb changes. In other words, instead of saying changes, we could say does change. But in English, most people just add the S, and we add the letter S to the verb. So I think it's easier if you say does change rather than changes. That is why I said in the beginning that it's best for beginners to say the words do or does before the action verb. That makes it easier for you to remember how to change a positive statement to a question or a negative statement. To do that, I think it's easier to not add the S to an action verb. Instead, say does before the action verb. Then the pronunciation of the action verb does not change. For example, if the statement is Maria likes to study, to make it a question, we do not say does Maria likes to study? We say, does Maria like to study? For a negative statement, we do not say Maria does not likes to study. We say Maria does not like to study. With all the exceptions in the English language, I like to eliminate them whenever possible. That's why I suggest saying do or does before all action verbs. It's grammatically correct, and it's easier to convert positive statements to questions and negative statements. Let's look at some examples together and practice, shall we? So let's have a look here. So a positive statement is I work, but I think it's better to use the emphasis. I do work. Work. We do work. You work. You do work. They work. They do work. He works. See, we got the S there. But if you say it this way, he does work. She works. No, we can add the S, but I think it's better if we say she does work. It works. It does work. To change it to a question, we put do or does in front of the subject. Do I work? Do we work? Do you work? Do they work? Does he work? Does she work? Does it work? And if we want to make it a negative statement, we add not. In this case, it's don't because this means do not or does not. So I do not work or I don't work. We do not work or we don't work. You do not work or you don't work. They do not work or they don't work. He does not work or he doesn't work. She does not work or she doesn't work. It does not work or it doesn't work. All right, let's look at some examples. So right here, she lives in Los Angeles. You can say she does live in Los Angeles. We make it a question. Does she live in Los Angeles? She does not live in Los Angeles. We do study every day. If we make it a question, do we study every day? If it's a negative statement, we do not study every day. Here's another one with the S. He does drive. You can say he drives. Yes, and they're both correct. But he does drive a Toyota. Question, does he drive a Toyota? Negative, he does not drive a Toyota. I hope that helps a little bit. So for today, that's all we have for today. I hope you will uh, look at my website. Hang on one second here. Um, there we go. Visit my website to for a full written explanation of this video that corresponds at https://englishteacherkebab.com/how hyphen to hyphen conjugate hyphen the hyphen verb hyphen do hyphen in hyphen English hyphen part hyphen one. So I hope you like this video. Leave questions and comments in the box below. Don't forget to like this video if you like it. So bye for now, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good day.